You know, you are blessed. You are extremely blessed. And the reason why you are extremely blessed is because you live in a time where you can do what you love to do and live the way you want to live every single day. Our ancestors would be thrilled to know that you no longer have to do grunt work anymore. I mean, they're replacing that job you hate that you holding on to. They're trying to find out a way to replace you with AI right now. And that's a beautiful thing, because the more people that get replaced by AI, the more people will be forced to find sources of income that are generated from them doing things that they absolutely love. And I know it's hard to see it right now, but I've been living solely off the internet for, man, so long, way before AI. And I'm here to tell you that it's wonderful. I mean, here I am in the middle of the day at the age of 40, living like I'm retired, but I'm not on a budget. Not on a budget, because as I'm out here hiking, as I'm out here doing my thing, the money continues to flow in. And I run my companies the way I want to. So I'm here to let you know that it's definitely possible for you to live the way you want to live, control your time, and make as much money as you want to make. But you have to be willing to think like an entrepreneur. And you have to be willing to think in terms of creating systems. But before all of that, you have to get real clear and real honest about how you want to live. Because if you're not clear and honest about how you want to live, none of it will work. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. You can make money in so many different ways, but not all of those ways will make you happy. And oh yeah, a certain type of money can and will make you happy. Not all money, but a certain kind of money. I'm talking about the kind of money that comes from you being clear about the way you want to live and having the courage to set up automated business models that support that way of living. So many people don't believe they have control over their reality. It's weird. How many people are born and live as if they have no say-so over their life? And then you look around and you see people living in a way that's different from you, and you judge it, you criticize it, you demonize it, or you fantasize about one day it'll come for you. Well, it's gonna come when you get clear about how you wanna live. Get out a sheet of paper and write down your honest thoughts on how you would design your life if you were God. Radical thought, radical question. I dare you to do it. How would I design my life if I was God? If I could have my life be set up any way I wanted it to be set up, how would I design it? It's a powerful question that 99.9% of people never ask themselves, because they're trained not to ask those type of questions. But if you have the courage to listen to this video, most people are going to drop off in this point of the video anyway, because they don't think. They think this is blasphemy. Or they think this guy's crazy, right? I'm crazy, right? But if you have the courage to ask yourself, how would I design my life if I was God? How would I set it up for myself? And then you go about the business of living that way. Write out, what would you do for a living? What would you do with most of your time, most of the time? What type of people would you hang around most of the time? Where would you be most of the time? What would you do with most of your day? How much money would you make? How many streams of income would you have? What would it look like? There's a lot of people that look like they are successful, but what you see is only the tip of the iceberg. A lot of these people are stressed out because they're drowning in debt. How would you like to wake up every single day and have your central nervous system be just as calm as it was when you were asleep last night? How would that feel to you? Huh? You would like that, right? It would feel amazing. It would feel wonderful. And I'm not trying to sell you a pipe dream. I'm just telling you what I did. First and foremost, I started blocking out the noise of all the other people that had opinions that I didn't resonate with. I'm like, even if that opinion is true, I don't want to live like that. I started blocking out all the noise and started listening to myself. My real self, the soul. But that's going to cause you to sit still with yourself. Be honest. Face those uncomfortable emotions. And this is really work that only you can do. And you have to give up a lot of the conventional thinking, because conventional thinking groups you with the masses. And there's nothing inherently wrong with the masses if you want to live like the masses. There's something wrong with thinking like the masses if you don't want to live like the masses. I just want to be free. And it's going to cause you to burn bridges. A lot of people don't talk about that. You got to burn bridges sometimes with people, with places, with things, with philosophies. You might have to burn bridges with your old self. A lot of people don't talk about that. What would it be like to burn bridges with my old self? Sometimes you might be your greatest setback. You might be your greatest liability. You might think it's other people, but really it's you. Because even if it is other people, you are the one that settled for those other people that are holding you back. gonna be honest with you, none of this work is easy because you got a lot of chatter in your mind. And this chatter is filled with the voices of other people. All your loved ones, your friends, teachers, politicians, religions, your boss, your children, your parents. And it's why a lot of people never make it, because they are being guided by the loud voices in their mind that belong to other people. And you got to be a little selfish to live like this, to get clear about how you want to live. That's why I'm primarily solo in my videos. You might think that's lonely, but it's not lonely. I've learned to make friends everywhere I go, or to be friendly everywhere I go. I've made a friend out of the universe because I know the average person is not. Okay, once you get clear about how you want to live, that's when everything starts clicking for you. That's when the real magic starts to happen. But you gotta be willing to go within yourself and get real about what you want, because I don't know what you want. But you know what you want. You know what your desires are. Even if you've suppressed them over the years, you know what they are. Dive deep inside of yourself. And if you need guidance along the way, you know where to find me, and that's at mindmastersociety.com. And cordyceps, I'm on lion's mane and cordyceps. Lion's mane and cordyceps. Lion's mane and cordyceps. You know what I mean? You know what I mean about that? Oh, subscribe to the YouTube channel, by the way. Why are you watching and not subscribing? Come on now. You know better than that. You really know better than that. You really know better than that. Yeah, I tell people all the time, this spiritual journey is not for the faint of heart. You know, I see why most people just kind of gravitate towards a way of life that's already carved out for them, because it's already carved out. When you're on a spiritual path, a lot of times you're carving it out yourself. You are literally taking the road less traveled. So I see why a lot of people don't do it. And this soul searching stuff, soul searching is something that will change you. Man, you do this spiritual work, man, you might just come out of it and get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. You come out of this work, you might just wake up one day and be like, you know what? I quit my job. You know, it ain't for everybody. It is for everybody. And the crazy part is, if we started off being taught this stuff, we wouldn't have to do a lot of the spiritual work we do end up doing. If we were just naturally taught it, we wouldn't have to, because all we're doing is really undoing a lot of the bad programming that we got in the first place. But all we did, we took somebody else's program all of our lives, and then all of a sudden you get to a point where you're like, man, forget that program. I want to do it another way. Well, I don't like the way I was doing that no more. I don't like the way I was living no more. I want to change my life. So you're just, you know, a lot of the spiritual work is just removing society's programming. We just removing society's programming. Just, let me get that out of my system. You put that in my system, let me get that out of my system. And then you start believing in yourself more. You wouldn't have never chosen that job if you really believed in yourself. You would have never chosen that situation if you really believed in yourself. Not believing in yourself is the reason why you went down that path. And now you've built up confidence and you're deciding to correct course. That's what a lot of this work is. And it can be a lonely path because a lot of people don't understand it. You know, many times on my spiritual journey, I felt alone. And then I just got used to it. Now I enjoy the solitude. And I only welcome people to travel with me that are like-minded and like-hearted, kind people.